I'm Wes.
And I'm Mel, and we are
The Adventures of Wes and Mel. And for over a decade, we traveled the U.S. covering live music. But at the end of 2019, we quit the music business after Mel and I became born-again Christians and I was diagnosed with adenoid cystic carcinoma.
And at that moment, we decided to make every day a new adventure.
But our adventures aren't just about us.
How boring would that be? We want you to tell us or show us what adventure awaits us in your town.
We want you to become part of our adventures.
If you think you can handle it, come on an adventure with us. You can follow us on Instagram and YouTube at The Adventures of Wes and Mel. Everybody, welcome to the Adventures of Wes and Mel. We are here at Club LA with HorizonTheory. Woo! Yeah, so, well, introduce yourself.
I'm Lewis, I play bass.
Chris, guitar.
I'm Josh, I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm cello.
I'm the drummer.
Cello, vocalist.
And I'm Mel. So,
And this is Mel.
Yeah.
So, alright, first I'm going to talk about your music last, you know why? Because we are here for an adventure. Did you ever think that some crazy psycho was going to be like, hey guys, can we go bowling together?
I actually had a dream about it.
Did you really? Oh my god! Now this I gotta hear!
It was last night.
Oh, okay.
So it came true right away for me.
But was it us or who were you bowling with?
I can't tell you that fully, that's secret.
Oh, see, you strung me along
Can't
and I was
spell that
so
information.
excited. Almost, but not quite the closer. Alright, so you guys have been together for how long?
Roughly 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And in those 3 years, out of all your adventures, what has been the most memorable?
Ooh, well, we've had a lot of, in the 3 years,
A lot has happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened, yeah. You know, we've played some killer venues. So like to name a favorite is tough. Every night's an adventure. We went through a lot of stuff. You know, when we first got together, I got sick. These guys went on tour without me. They did a whole tour without me. That was a memory. That was.
That's picking up the slack.
We fed prairie dogs on the side of the highway.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
In Utah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
It had
yeah.
nothing to do with music. It was right.
That's awesome.
It was adventures. We hiked up to the top of some 1800
Yeah,
and some memorial.
Yeah.
A year ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just the other day we played House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, and our videographer and I, we went over to this alligator adventure like
did you hold the
thing. No, we didn't.
Oh, come on now!
They were doing a show, but it was mostly like kids, you know what I mean? We had to load into it.
They're the easiest to push out the way.
Right, yeah. It was cool though.
This is all you can shovel right in.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, speaking of blizzards and adventures, we were at Toyota getting our oil changed, and out of the blue, somebody had a monkey.
I dreamed of that too!
And no, like literally, like at first I thought it was a puppy, but it was my friend. Oh no, you gotta come here. And I'm
No
like,
way.
hey, yeah.
Was it in Florida?
No, this is in Iowa.
Because that was
Oh wow, that's random.
Some Florida
That's
type
random
stuff
shit.
right there.
Right, yeah, well no, Florida monkeys, I saw a lady driving down the road in a convertible with a monkey. So I was just like, then I remember the herpes monkey story.
Oh yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Real
Yeah,
big.
that's the thing, yeah.
I did the research.
Herpes.
Yeah.
The herpes. I think a lot of our adventures on tour are made, I mean, you know, stage is always an adventure, but we have our, I wouldn't call them adventures, but Jeff's always grilling out. Jeff's grilling out steaks and lobster, and I mean, it's not adventurous, but it's a time off of stage and away from music to just hang out with each other and enjoy each other.
Okay,
yeah.
this is where I'm gonna bust you. Cooking is an adventure. You're talking to somebody that grows their own herbs in his garden, and I used to raise bees. So,
Yeah. Well, cooking for me. The thing about that is,
I mean,
it was just something I used to do it, you know, professionally or whatever. But I'm retired now, so that's good. But it's just something I enjoy doing. I like, you know, we all like getting a good meal, and it's just fun to hang out. relaxed. You know, it's not stressful at all. We were out holding orgy. You know, there came to both come over, hang out, feed each other, and all that stuff. So I mean, it just kind of breaks the ice a little bit too. You know, backyard barbecue style. You know, so it's just fun to kind of hang out, and enjoy, you know, days off and stuff.
There's a lot of bands that are foodies.
Yeah, we get around. We like our food. We get, you know, the town cuisine. You know, we did actually go bowling with
That's an
Orgy,
adventure,
dude.
We bowled with Orgy one day.
Yeah, that was cool as shit.
That's interesting.
These guys got their ass
We
whipped
won't be
too.
as fun as because I think like my high score is like 22 and that's with numbers. Like,
Oh, I
don't
mean,
even
it's
know
all
how that
fun.
happens. You know, and I'm not competitive. Like we played some air hockey before we got here. We almost got divorced because I swear he cheated and he won and I never lose. And I can't even believe that I'm admitting on camera that I've lost.
Not even one argument,
You got
right?
that on camera, right?
Never lost one argument, right?
Oh God, no. 18 years? Champ right here. Woo!
Undefeated!
What about you? An adventure?
Plenty. Well, where to start? Where to begin? Just seeing the country, you know, being in places every day. We're going on adventures like New York. It's my biggest adventure is when I go to New York. I have a hate-love relationship with New York. I love it, but I hate it. But it's fun. We got to go eat food. We go places, and it's pretty cool at least to me. But at least to me, that's memorable.
Yeah, we did check out the Empire State Building last time we were in New York. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, went up to the top viewing deck and
That was the first for me, so that was pretty sick.
We've been there a few times, but every time it's memorable.
Right.
There's something new that we can do there, and it's like, oh, let's go here, let's go over there. There's always something to do in New York, but like I said, it's a love-hate relationship. I love it, but I hate it.
Traffic stuff. Too many people.
Fair.
fun little parts.
Yeah.
What about you?
Adventures. You know,
Every day's an adventure.
getting out of bed is an adventure for right.
At my age,
That's the
it is.
thing is like when you're on tour, you're pretty much parking lot to parking lot, venue to venue, and you don't get to experience as much as people think. So every now and then you get an off day, you go to the beach, maybe get something good to eat, but you know, it's just it's a lot less adventurous, really, than people think. Just like I said, you're venue to venue, so you miss out on a lot of stuff. You know, you spend most of your time in truck stop parking lots. So you know.
So shout out to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, Buc-ee's. I love it. That's my favorite.
If you're listening, we're looking for an endorsement.
I always tell my driver, if we go to Texas, you gotta stop at Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
That's
you have
my
to.
request.
Well, when we moved to Texas, I said that's why we moved to Texas after we left Cali. I said, well, I had to come from Buc-ee's.
The food's good, everything's good. You don't even need a grocery store.
No.
That's
Yeah.
only one stop.
Yes, I tell you.
So you guys said you like to hike and stuff. Where's one place you'd like to hike?
Well, we did like a little. It wasn't really a hike, but were we in Utah or Colorado? When we
I think it was Utah with the prairie dogs.
Yeah, we did a little walk.
Yeah,
It was
we
kind of cool.
We explored.
That, Tulsa, Oklahoma, we walked
Yeah,
around, you know,
yeah.
and just, like, there are certain days, you know, if you get to a place early or something like that, you know, on your day off, something like that, you can just kind of wander around, see the city, you know, get some sights and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's kind of cool, but kind of piggyback on what Lewis was saying, you know, it's a different city every day, and waking up in a different city every day is an adventure, because you're like, where am I? You know what I mean? All the days blend together.
The biggest question is, where's the food?
Yeah, where's the
Right.
food?
You wake up at like noon, you're like, where's the food at?
I'm hungry.
So,
Yeah, it's cool to wake up and look out your window and see palm trees and shit. You know, like we're from Michigan, so. You know.
Side note, don't let Chella choose Mexican restaurants.
What about today? What about today?
you redeemed it.
I redeemed myself.
Well, now I got to hear how you fell in the first place because you brought it up. What happened?
How did I look?
Fall in the first place. You had to redeem
dropped
yourself.
the
What's
ball.
the
Right.
backstory?
Well, I'll tell you, you picked terrible Mexican restaurants in beach towns where I said this is where
I
we
don't
did.
want to throw any city under the bus, but certain cities on the East Coast, it's just food's just there. like for looks. It's not there for the taste.
Atlantic City,
Oh, come on!
Virginia Beach. I'll just say it. We have the worst Mexican food.
So I'm like, let's get some
honestly.
Mexican food, you know, because we hadn't
I
had
told you
it.
this, so I said, it's a beach town, tourist beach town. You don't get tacos here. You gotta get seafood at least.
Yeah.
I don't care. Dat Burrito Place. It's called Dat Burrito Place here in Destin, Florida. We had it today. We had it twice today. It's amazing. So I redeemed myself.
You did.
But yeah, there's always places that we eat at. And it's like, there's a place we eat at. And it's like, let's just get it again. Let's just go back there again if we stay in the night.
But see, you guys are hitting the magic buttons because when people go on the road, the most important thing is where do you stop to eat, where do you stop to hang out, and where do you stop to go. And us, we're randomly strange. Like we drive down the road and I see something I want to stop at. Like when we were in Colorado, I would just jump into like the waterfalls and shit. At that time, I would take an ice bath, so it wasn't that cold.
I mean, a shower is just enough. I don't need a waterfall or anything. I'll just take a shower.
Like randomly, like you're saying, like you guys are on that
You don't get to do
schedule.
that.
So like literally, we would just pull off into like the meat, like the side thing that's not even a park spot. Pray to Jesus nobody would hit our car and just go do some stupid shit for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we don't get to do anything. We get to go from the venue to the venue.
you guys have to be, your precious cargo. You got to get someplace safe. Somebody's depending on that.
I'm a big fisherman, so like we're going through Oregon, Colorado, and where all the badass like trout rivers are and the crystal clear rivers and shit. I'm like the lost puppy dog looking out the window, just like I want to be like, no, just drop me off. I'm
on that.
Cancel the tour, leave me here.
He'll be in the front like, dude.
Look at that river. Yeah. But hiking, you said like where we hiked. We hiked across New York City 2 or 3 times.
Lucky New York City is right.
First off, we hopped on a bus, and which takes you like around like all these things, and we went through like 2 or 3 stops. We got off, went back, walked back or whatever, got back on the damn bus, did the same route. We did it like 3 times. And we never made it any further than we made it the first and second
we were
time.
supposed to go all the way around the outskirts of the city, like to the Hudson Building, out to like Freedom Tower, the 9/11 Memorial. We were supposed to go all there. We make it Chinatown, which is like the 5th stop. We're like, let's get out of Chinatown. Let's go walk around. We ended up taking the subway, but it's just, like I said, it's a hike right there, anywhere around that city.
I gotta back up. One thing I could say, like adventure, or whatever, something cool. We were in New York City. What tour was that? We went to the Tigers and Yankee Stadium. So we were in New York. I can't remember the tour, but like we had the day off, and we just happened to see on our phone that the Detroit Tigers, were playing at Yankee Stadium. So I said, screw it, let's go. Got tickets online quick. Rode on a subway for the first time in New York City, and it was a cool experience.
Oh, that was
and Detroit won. Detroit won too. So.
We almost had a ball.
The subways are definitely the subways you see on TV. That's for sure.
They're not that bad.
Well,
Yes, they are.
part of New York, Columbia, and I think I'd feel safer there than I would on the New York.
Yeah.
Until I got into the taxi cab.
Last call for alcohol.
Last call.
Last call for alcohol.
You hear that, Charles?
This interview is over. This interview is over. Yeah, we gotta go.
I think some of the I think some of the big
I'm gonna get some stuff,
are just absolutely like just getting to the next place. Like we've come across all sorts of thank whoever's looking over us. Nothing like with maintenance, but we've had a fridge go out for almost a week. Like there's some adventures where it's just like, within, not outside the tour bus, just
With a couple days without water,
So it's just there's adventures all over. I wouldn't say it's necessarily when you get out and walk around and explore. Like just stopping somewhere could be an adventure.
There's always something. Like there's always every day there's something new. Whether it's the smallest or the coolest, like what's next,
I love that because our thing is make every day a new adventure. And I'm dumb enough, unless I'm really super scared, I will try anything pretty much stupid. I do cut off at heights. I'm scared to death of heights. But yet I want to bungee jump. in Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I want to hear all about your new album, HorizonTheory. Tell me what you're up to.
Well, the new album's called Radio Silence. We put it out, or it came out in February, like mid-February, Valentine's Day to be exact. So we spent quite a while working on these songs. So we put an EP out a while back, and we had been working on songs. And what we like to do is kind of have an idea of something like a demo, and then a couple months go by and we'll go back and revisit it. And I was getting to the point where we had this catalog of these songs, and we didn't really know of what we thought were good songs, that meant something to us, and we decided, it's time to start, put our first album out. We spent a year writing, I think, for the most part, and finally got everything together, sent it out. We got it mixed, got it mastered, got it back, and loved all of it. It was hard to choose what to put on the album because we still have some more stuff in the catalog that we're working on. So it was super hard to pick. What do we want? We don't want to put too many songs on it. Do we want to save something for the next album? But it was definitely a work in progress, and we're super happy with it. We hope the people like it. We feel like it's a banger.
Well, I will tell you from a person who heard it, and I don't know how to write music, but I love to listen to music. I know music, can't play it, but love it. And what caught me is the lyrics. There's so few songs out there that are lyrically tell a story, tell it good. Both of you guys are kind of in the vein, kind of like All That Remains-ish.
Yeah,
I think you guys would play really well with them. I think your clean vocals are a little bit cleaner than his. I love the fact that there's nothing deep, there's nothing real, except for very few bands.
Right.
And you can tell that you guys actually have a chemistry. You guys are like family.
Yeah,
You're not a built band. It's not.
No, nothing in this band has ever been forced. Our thing is, well, actually, he says it all the time. If you're not having fun, you have problems. Right? That's saying.
Amen to that.
That's it.
And
That's the same.
and so
We could cause some trouble.
yeah. So we never want to force anything, but we don't want to just throw shit out there just to throw it out there. You know what I mean? We want meanings in our songs. So we really spend time, with the little stuff. One little word here, or just this little melody with this meaning. You know what I mean? How it can go together, how it can work. That little melody or this little guitar part while we're doing the lyrics. So it's a whole package. You know what I mean? Is what we're really looking at. But that's a big thing for me when I'm writing lyrics is meaning. I'm my biggest critic, so I might think it might be a little cheesy, and then luckily we have Chris and these guys are like, no dude, that's it, because if it were me, I would have changed this or changed that, so it's a collective effort as far as the writing and the lyrics.
Sometimes it's just a one-word change, changing one word,
right,
right. So.
But yeah, we want to touch people. We want them to feel heard. No matter what it is, whether it's a relationship or drug abuse or or whatever, suicide, whatever. Or just partying and have a good time. We want people to feel what we feel. As a group, we want to be as real as we can possibly be. We're normal. We're normal dudes. Like I said, nothing's forced. We get along. We're tight. And we're clicking on all cylinders right now, I think. And it's I feel like the magic is happening, the machine's starting to turn, and so far so good.
Well, every time I turn on something, you guys are added to a list of something else, which is awesome. It's amazing. And like I said, for me it was the lyrics, but it wasn't even just that. Such a big deal. Everybody has gone through some sort of love. Yeah. Everybody's either addicted or knows somebody addicted. Yeah. We all struggle with something. But you guys had a way of putting it together where it emotionally reaches deep. It's relatable.
Yeah, right.
And the music doesn't suck. And the lyrics are deep. I don't know any other way to say it because there's so much shit out there.
That. The music doesn't suck.
Yeah, that's it.
Best compliment ever. The music doesn't suck.
The mixture between the music and the lyrics is huge.
Yeah, because sometimes you go to those bands and it's like, oh my god, I love the band, but your singer sucked or the lyrics sucked, and then sometimes it's the other way. Sometimes it's like, oh my god, like the one person was great, everybody went, there's just no meshing, or there's no chemistry. It was like, well, it was good product, sort of, but there was no emotion, no feeling, and you just left feeling more empty. You were like, what the hell did I do?
Yeah, I know that like we've all been in other bands, and you know you like your own music, but it's tough to really like love your music as a writer, you know, an artist. Like it's tough. Everyone is their own critic, your worst critic, so it's tough to like that. And I know we can all get down with our music, you know.
I listen to it all the time and like it. I enjoy it. And part of it is just like analyzing it, critiquing it, like, was this the right thing here, or could we have done this better? But like, sometimes I'll shut that part of my brain off and I'll just turn on, like, I'll put on our new album and I'll just pretend I've never heard of us before and listen to it with, you know, an attempt at fresh ears. Like, you know, what would this sound like to a first-time listener? And I just enjoy the whole album all the way through. It's pretty amazing. So it's nice to like your own music.
Yeah, that's
Well, guys, it has been extremely amazing and fun. Thanks for letting me creeping up your night. It was awesome. And now that I know you cook, because I went to where we are.
There you go.
Now I can't say that I would win because you are actually a real chef, but I competed everything. Obviously, I was gonna, you know, throw air hockey.
Yeah, if you want to have a grill off, let's go.
Let's go.
We'll try it.
I'll be a tester.
Yeah, we'll judge.
Yeah.
I make food that is yummy, but it looks like baby bird.
Well, you know.
The thing about that is,
It's not pretty, it's yummy, okay?
You know, as long as the flavor is good, I guess. But you know, the first thing is so you eat with your eyes. You know what I mean? If it doesn't look good,
See, I kind of go eat with
not
the
gonna want
nose.
it,
Like, if I
you
smell
know?
rosemary or sage,
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I mean,
oh, you got me, baby.
but yeah, so yeah, I mean that's another thing about food. You know, there's so many different, you know, taste, smell, eyes, all that. You know, the senses that you have. So it's just
Kind of like music for the tummy.
exactly, exactly.
All right, well,
a
now
good
that I just
transition.
dorked myself up, all right, guys, tell me where we can find you.
At a bowling alley.
Bowling alley and desk. Anywhere on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube channel's got a lot of music videos.
yeah, we do have a bunch of videos. Yeah, there's a lot of people are on our, you know, our all the music.
YouTube on
We're on all the
HorizonTheory.
platforms, you know, yeah, but and they don't realize we have music videos out there. YouTube's kind of
Yeah.
Anywhere you can
sort of,
find
you know.
any band, like,
We're there, yeah.
yeah.
Type us up on Google and you can pretty much find all of our links, so you know, all that jazz.
Yep.
You guys make me
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I could talk for hours. So you guys lucked out.
One last thing is these hats are for them. So if you bring extra
sweet.
Sharpies, because I want you guys to sign this one, and
I have my own.
there you go.
I told you it wouldn't be that bad.
That's my goal, you know.
There you
Well,
go.
and that's like, you know, coming up to people. You know, we've
Yes,
done
sir.
this a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.